All right, here we go. I'm gonna try something a little different. So I've been working on trading stocks, and this is my first trade since really getting into this. Um, and I want to review it because although I made money, I made lots of mistakes throughout this thing. There. It was pure dumb luck that I made money. Dumb luck. There was no other reason I made money. In my head, I used logic. But honestly, after just a few hours of watching YouTube, I see 10 mistakes that I made with this trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm just going to get right into it. The stock is MGM, which is, if you don't know, MGM's a casino here in Vegas. They own the MGM, New York, and a couple other properties, Bellagio being one of them with the fountains. The price tanked. Let me go back and I could show you. Here's the price. Here's my birthday in February, and it starts to crash. This is when they're starting to talk about closing the casinos. And then it was right in here that they closed them. The stock dropped way down here, $6. I think their low was in the fives. And I just knew this was an opportunity. No way was MGM worth 75% off just because of the virus. So I bought in here, right in this area right here. Okay. And I don't know if I don't go back far enough. I actually need one between there, but I don't have one, guys. Sorry. Where was it that I bought? Sorry. Here's a 3-month. This is where I bought. It was right in here. And I sold right in here. And I doubled my money. Didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that MGM wasn't that cheap. If I bought a ton of it, I could sit on it and the price would come back. I knew it would. It happened to come back in like 2 days. And I sold. And I made $3,000. So let's blow this up to here. And the price starts dropping again and again and again and again and again and again. And it gets down to, that's not the one. Let's go over here. Sorry. And the price starts dropping again. Right in here. See it? It drops. It was up near 14 at one point the week before. Anyway, it drops down near to 13. And I'm like, here we go again. Here's another opportunity for me to buy. So I bought more options. It was a good move. Now we're going to talk about all the mistakes that I made. Here's today. This is today over here. For anybody that understands what they're looking at, this is today. So Friday, I see that I'm up like $600 for the week in MGM options. So I go, okay. Oh, let's back up to what I bought. Here's what I bought in this area. Okay, I'm going to switch over to my buying account. And I wanted a long period of time before the option expired. I don't want to explain options, but I just wanted a long period of time for my option to expire. They call this a long call. It expiring on January 15th, 2021. I am cheap. So I buy the $32 option. Okay. Which at $13 to go to $32, that's a huge spread. I had no business buying it. This was my first mistake, was buying long-term to make a short-term gain and buying so far out of what they call the money, $32. Now, I had done it before, so I thought I could do it again, and I did do it again. It was dumb luck. All the numbers were against me, okay? Understand that I sold 55 of this 113 options. 55 of them are mine that I sold today. The delta was very low, 1443. The volume is low at 113. The bid-ask spread at 18 is pretty large. Okay, guys? Friday, it was at 45 cents, and the stock was only at 13 and change. It closed at 13.94, I think it was. So all these things went against me. Everything I did was betting against myself on a short-term gain. Now, luckily, this is Friday afternoon, and I see this price going up here. I seen it jump over $14, and I'm like, I really need to sell. And I was like, I'm not selling. I'm going to hold it. So Monday morning, it opens at 14.25. It was traded heavy this morning before opening. Because I bought a long call, I got no price increase. In fact, when it opened at 14.25, my option dropped to 27 cents. I believe I can show that to you. No, probably not, because I don't have. I should have taken a picture of it. Anyway, it dropped to 27 cents. I had to ride this whole morning out. I'm going to blow it up to the day. Here's the same chart. I got in here and set my sell price at 45 cents. Okay. Still couldn't get it to sell. It jumped up to about 33 cents here and dropped to 27 cents right here. Now it's up 40 cents since Friday, and my options are going down. I had to ride this whole price increase all the way to here. All the way to the highest possible point, and I sold. I finally sold the 55 contracts that I had of the options. I got $2,025, and I was up $550 for that contract, which is a huge return. It's over 25%. That was over a 25% return on my investment in 3 days, which was good. But I got lucky. All the signs were there. All the signs were there for me to buy the stock right here. Okay. Here's the candlestick that I should have been buying the stock on. It has a price of $13.32. This is where I should have been buying my options. I would have been able to ride them all the way out to this high point. Okay. The problem with it was the biggest part of it was what I bought. Buying this option, this $32 strike, because I wanted to be cheap and I wanted a lot of options. I wanted 45 contracts, 55 contracts. I bought 55 contracts at 35 cents a contract. What's that come out to? I should be able to do it in my head, but I can't. I'm just not thinking straight right now because I know that I messed up. I didn't know it when I did it, but I know now. That was $1,500 I invested in that stock. The better option would have been buying a $15 call because the price was $13.32. This would have been heavily discounted. The delta is much higher. The volume is up. The bid-ask price is much closer, percentage-wise. Implied volatility is much higher. And I would have made a much bigger return on the same investment. Now, that's just the strike price. The other thing I should have done was, because I'm looking for short-term money, is I should have gone with a short-term contract, like May 15th. Here. With all the increase, this thing's only $1.57. Imagine what I could have bought this for last Wednesday. Look at the volume. Look at the implied volatility, 103%. Look at the delta, 0.58. These are all big numbers. It's up 68 cents. I could have grabbed that on 10 contracts and made $680 and would have invested the same money or less. So I made a lot of mistakes. I did some things right. I just didn't know. I didn't know about, listen, first of all, I didn't know about all these Greek stuff because it was just that to me. It was Greek. Now I understand what it is. Delta says that if the stock price goes up $1, so if the stock was to go to, say, $16.35, the price of my option will go up 58 cents. So it'll go up to around 210. Okay. This is what the value, this is the implied value going down. I understand what it is. It's hard for me to explain. I don't know how to explain all this stuff to you guys. I understand it in my mixed up, crazy little world, but I don't know how to explain it so that you understand it. What I know is, knowing what I know now, if I would have done things a little differently, we've been talking about a much different profit margin. I'd have done much better. And the charts back up what I did, which is big to me, because now I understand what these charts are all saying. I understand what this is saying. Okay? It's oversold. It's overbought over here in this range. It's overbought. That's why the price went up. If you look at the 1 day, the price is coming down. And price just went back, you know, it's starting to climb back up again. I know what this line means. I know what this line means. Now, the only stock I am looking at is MGM. I'm not looking at Caesars anymore. I'm not looking at Ford. I'm not looking at the best movers of the day. I want to learn to trade this one stock. I want to know that when I buy in here and sell out here or sell here, I did the right thing. I want to know in my mind I did the right thing, not just because, oh, I'll buy here and sell here for any old reason. I want a reasoning behind this. I want logic behind this. I don't want emotion to play a part of this. And I believe that my emotions were playing a big part of this. See, here's another price fluctuation that you could have been in on. This is oversold, overbought, There's a little movement in price. If you graph it out, it probably looks better. That's a much, because I have it set for 3 months right now. It looks worse than what it probably is. It might be, in fact, it might be this one here. And this is where I was. I bought here. I sold here. I did what I did was right. The tools I chose to do the work with were wrong. I hope I learned from this. One thing I learned was if I'm going to work with short-term gains to get the best of the price movement, I'm going to use smaller, closer calls. I'm not going to go so far out in the future with my calls. I may break them up. I may split them up and see what happens. MGM is up right now. I will show you. I have set up a couple of lists. This is a guy I follow, and these are his picks. I want to see what they do. I want to kind of follow his picks. I have Caesars up. Everything's in green. Boyd's up 10%. This is a casino group in Vegas. Red Rock Resorts, Wynn Resorts. I don't have them all on here yet. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Norwegian Cruise Line at 1162. These are stocks that I'm watching just to watch, to like look at the numbers and get used to the charts and everything. This is the only one I'm trading because I want to watch every single candlestick, every single price movement, and see how it affects my option that I have. I don't think I'll have any more $600 profits for a while, guys. I'm not going to be buying $1,500 worth of options in the future. Now, if I wake up in the morning and MGM is at $6 again, I probably will buy $3,500 worth of options because that's what I have in my trading account. I am showing you my accounts. That's my account, guys. That's the value of my account. I sold Ford a little short. Okay. That's why it's red. This is where, remember I told you I could have sold Friday, MGM on Friday. And then this morning, as soon as it opened, the price was going up and it dropped. This is the drop. And then this is the run up in MGM back to where it was. I would have been here if I would have had a shorter expiration on my option. I would have been here from Friday, and this would have run up with the price. This is only because I had such a long-term option and nobody was interested in it. It took quite a while to get this sold. I had it priced to sell right there. And as soon as somebody made the offer, it sold. It was gone. It was set to sell. I don't know that that was the smartest thing because judging by the chart, it got up to 50 cents today. But I don't know that I would have ridden it out because this chart said sell right here. Here's a candlestick under the average. And then here's two under the average. So I did right by selling here. This was pure luck that I got it here. I just knew that I was using the wrong tool. I wanted out as fast as I could at a profit. But I was not giving it away. I knew that this red line here, that the price of MGM was trending up long term. I know what every one of these marks on here is. I understand what they say. And I know what I can do with them. It's on a run up right now. See, I could have gotten in here at 1511 and rode it up to, it's up to 1537 right now. I didn't think I needed to. I didn't like this enough. I believe it's going to come down in here. If not today, tomorrow, I'll have another buying option. It'll look like this. It'll look like this here, where it's overbought. I mean, sorry, oversold. This is oversold. Will this make me a perfect trader? Absolutely not. That's why that disclaimer is running across the bottom. This video is to show you all my mistakes. Don't follow what I do. Do not try this at home. I don't know how much more I can stress it. Except for, guys, please do not do what I do. I am learning, but I want to document it so that you can see it in the future. Remember, God loves you. God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.